It's a beautiful Thursday evening, and of course, your favorite night show is on with your favorite TV host, me. Let me ask you this. When does a harmless crush turn into a dangerous temptation? When does admiration become betrayal? Tonight, we dive into a heart wrenching dilemma. A woman torn between loyalty and desire. She has stood by her boyfriend for 6 years. But now, in his absence, her heart beats wildly for his best friend. She's fighting it, but the pull is undeniable. Should she resist, confess, or give in just once? What would you do if you were in her shoes? Let's break it all down here on the Broken Pen Show. Guys, my people, my audience, my viewers, join us as we dissect this burning dilemma. Again, we're coming to you live from MX24 TV here in East Legon. And of course, we have our amazing sponsors that are holding us down tonight. Remember, you can join the conversation on our social media platforms at MX24GH with the hashtag Broken Pen, or you can send us your messages via WhatsApp number 0550 331 511. 0550 331 511. Of course, you already know my name. I don't need any introduction. But for those of you that are joining us for the first time, my name is Yavita. And with me today, I've got our very own digital media executive, Eddie Setre Jr. Eddie, I've always been curious.
Yeah.
What is your dad Eddie Setre? Is that why you're junior?
Yes, yeah.
Ah, that explains it. Okay, I understand it better now. But how have you been? How has the week been for you?
It's been okay. We can't wait for the long weekend ahead. So.
Yeah, I mean, last week we went to Kobo Girls for
yeah.
Concert Out. We
Concert
saw
Out,
you working. Has it been a tight week, or it's been more
I think
chill?
it's been here and there.
Okay.
It's here and there. Basically, we're just hoping for the best and
Truly,
for the good
truly.
weekend ahead.
Yeah. And you know, the weekend that is coming is a very fun one.
Yeah,
Because we
exactly.
get Saturday,
Sunday,
Sunday, Monday,
Monday,
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Hey, God bless all Muslims. So, I mean, I know that once Friday rolls around, but as a social media executive, your work doesn't end when our work ends during the
Well,
week.
our work doesn't end actually. I mean, 24/7,
Yeah.
day, night.
Because I know that
regardless
if
of
there are
the
going
time.
to be any events
Events,
coming
yeah.
up,
We'll
and I
have
know
to-
this weekend there are some events
We have
that are happening.
Extravaganza.
Extravaganza, yeah.
With Guinness.
Uh-huh.
There's MOG Musics,
Yeah.
New Wine Concerts, and a few others.
So you definitely be working through the weekend. So only the no
Precisely.
kaho ba, so kaho sa. And of course, I've got a beautiful woman. She's a compliance administrator at BMP Associates. She goes by the name Olga Kwashi. Hi, Olga.
Hi.
How you
I'm
doing?
doing good. How are you?
Look, just in case you haven't connected, me, I'll do kokonsa. Olga is actually the elder sister to my producer, right? If you see
The difference.
Eh?
The
Eh?
difference.
The difference.
It doesn't mix. It doesn't connect.
How? The way everybody's like, wait,
Yes.
you are her sister. Wait, like sister, like family sister, or you know, sometimes we have some sisters, you know, a certain family,
Oh, yes, so
maybe
you
are
know-
in the
you know-
neighborhood, and you're calling them your sister.
Yes.
So everybody's like, it's your sister. Are you sure it's
Maybe
your sister?
it's cousin sister. Let's ask very well.
Yeah, which sister
Is it
is
cousin
that?
sister?
What?
It's sister. Our family, we do sister, brother. We don't
Oh,
have
okay.
cousins. We don't
so you
have.
do sister
Yes.
throughout, brother.
Exactly.
I know how to confirm.
How would you confirm?
I'll tell you.
You tell me later, okay? But Olga,
Yes.
thank you so much for coming. How has your week been?
It's been okay. I mean, back to back work.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's been fine. I mean, I have been pumped up and very excited to be here. So
Okay.
I think the highlight for me so far has been the excitement to be here.
Oh.
So,
And
yeah.
meeting Yabita.
Yes, in person. I've seen her on social media. My sister would keep ranting about her, and
my
I'm like,
God.
what's so special
God
about
bless my
her?
producer. God bless you. God bless you.
So being here and experiencing her, her being, I can tell why my sister is all about you, and I'm excited
Guys,
to be here.
you're
My week has
making
been
me
good and all
shy.
that.
Thank you. But I'm curious. Compliance administrator. What
Yes.
is that job like?
So it's basically ensuring that companies are up to task. What they are required by the law to do, they are doing so. So, example, the Companies Act provides it has stipulated rules that companies must abide by. Example, filing annual returns. Directors' appointment, etc.
Yeah.
So, compliance administrator basically ensures that companies are doing what they are required to
I
do.
just realized that compliance, making sure somebody does something, you need to comply with something.
Yes.
So that's the. But thank you so much, guys, for coming here today. Before we even get into the story, Nak says I should tell you to embrace that enchanted spectacle that will leave memories worth repeating with your guest. What's your vibe? No matter your take or vibe to life, they've got you covered. Your best plug for all your local and cocktail bar treats, you can call them on the number 0540 101 370 or on their social media handles, Zicopai on Instagram and Frank Cock on TikTok. Are you ready to hear the story?
Of course.
You ready?
Let's hear today's story.
Dear MX24, I'm in a dilemma. Please, let your readers help me fix my broken pen. My boyfriend Kwame and I have been dating for almost 6 years. We have been through a lot together. I must admit that with time, I have grown to love and appreciate him. We have tolerated each other all these years and been through a lot together, but also achieved so much. He got a scholarship to study abroad for his master's, and so currently he's outside the country. Now, this is where the dilemma begins. Kwame introduced me to two of his closest friends before leaving the country, Nana Kojo and Isaac. They are all so close that one would think they are family. They all grew up in the same neighborhood and have remained friends for a while, schooling together and working together at a point. The strange thing is that since the day I met them, I have been crushing on Isaac. Isaac represents the ideal man I wanted. He was the only light-skinned guy with pink lips among the group, and I easily got attracted to him. From that moment, I truly and sincerely wanted him so bad. Unfortunately, I didn't take the step, and we also said nothing to each other. But any time I saw him or heard his voice, my heart could beat hard and fast. He had ways of drawing my attention at any given time. And he did that a lot. Interestingly, we've been so close a couple of times, but have never touched each other or held hands. We both have been genuine in a good way. He always tells me he wishes for someone like me, and he's always been so careful and gentle with me because I belong to his closest person. There's a strong, warm connection, but we have been so cautious. Now I can't take it any longer because I am getting mad over him. I sleep and dream about being with him and he kissing me, holding me in his arms. It's getting serious and I don't know what to do. I have tried everything possible to forget him. but it's not working. I decided to even cut him off, but that's also not working. I recently met him at the gym and couldn't stop admiring his well-built six-pack body. Something was just spinning and turning within me. It got worse after workouts, and when he came close and we hugged, he tried to kiss me, but I pushed him away when my boyfriend's face came to mind. I've even decided not to go to the gym again. I'm trying, but he is irresistible. My temperature rises when I think about him, and even my conversations with my boyfriends have become awkward. I'm so far away that I can't do anything about my urges to be with him. What do I do now? Should I just experience intimacy with Isaac a bit? Can't I just kiss him for once? And my boyfriend is going to be away for a long time. How will I cope? Help me fix this. Please help. I'm unable to forget him.
Well, that is some story. When I read the story the first time, I was like, women, eh? I think there are two types of women. There are women and they are devils, because I want to understand at what point do you become overly overcome by your edges that you want to do taste and see, see the power of Jesus. Why would you want to do that? Let me start with Olga. Olga, do you think a strong attention to someone else means perhaps you're with the wrong partner, or you think it's just a temporary distraction?
I'd go for the latter. I mean, talking from her story,
Yeah.
she's been with Kwame. I think Kwame,
Yes.
right? She's been with Kwame 6 good
Yes.
years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Capital 6.
Or worry, Uncle, I will buy 5 years.
Exactly. Oh, you need over 6 years. Akolanka sebre. We and mama called me kotoyaba me koyaba.
Yes.
Right. So, I think that at this juncture, right, for lack of better words, I think that I'm just trying to be very, very mindful of how she feels, like empathize with her. At the same time,
You're also like,
yeah, because it's let me just deviate a little bit. I have been in a long distance relationship before, where I have found myself missing my partner, right? Because when he's here, we get to hang out,
yeah.
you know, and yeah, especially if your love language is physical touch, so you'd want him to be around, you know, exactly. And it happens that he's no longer around. He's gone to study, he's gone to work. In my case, he was working, right? So in that moment, when people are available to you, you would think that, oh, they are the ones for me, because at that time, that's what you need.
yeah.
Right? And I think her story is all about lust, if you ask me.
Yes.
Because 6 packs.
Why are we
Pink
talking about his
lips.
pink lips and 6 packs? I thought you just needed company.
Yes.
How did we deviate into looking at his
Yeah.
fair skin
And
pink
sweat
lips
and
then
all
the way
that
he's
during the
sweating?
gym.
Although are you sure it's not lust that is doing you like
Yeah,
that?
no. I think it's lust and infatuation. And she's not asking herself the right questions. Right? You should ask yourself, if the physical look goes away, what is left? Is it his intelligence? Is it his for women, we are also very particular about a man being financially stable.
Yeah.
Is she considering that? Is she thinking about it? Is she asking herself
It's
those
just
questions?
pink lips and six packs.
You see, and that tells me a lot about who she is, the kind of person she
That she
is.
is.
I'm not judging her on any.
To be very honest, when I first started reading the story, I think in the third line of her story, she says, "I have grown to
yeah.
like."
So I was going to actually,
Kwame,
yes,
yeah.
it was something that I realized in the story, that I realized that if the guy with the pink lips wasn't available, and
She would
Kwame,
have settled
and maybe if she may have even met someone who had similar
features,
features
to,
to
yes,
the friend,
she would
because
have,
it means that she didn't love Kwame from the onset.
yes,
But because maybe probably she didn't have any option or other options.
That's why
she had
she
to stick with
settled.
Kwame for the 6 years. So I think that even from that line, you realize that being a father, she
Kwame
has
wasn't her
grown.
first choice.
Yes, so it's like she has grown to like or to love Kwame.
Let me interject there. For me personally, I think that there are different types of people. There are the on-site first. I see you. You're so gorgeous. I'm in love with you.
yeah.
And there are people like me who would.
Time.
It takes a
No,
long
but
time.
again, even
right?
if it's going to take time, sometimes you like the person a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there
you
should be
can
something-
grow, but sometimes you like the person. You might not necessarily be in love with the person.
Yeah.
But the way she's describing the thing here, it's like we are all friends, and then Kwame came to propose.
You
I
didn't have an
said,
option.
the one
yeah,
I want, I will not get it. I mean, for the say Madonna.
Yeah, but I think that I think that maybe if maybe in her shoes, she probably let me exempt that part, thinking that maybe she's a slow lover. She doesn't
Okay.
just love.
So we are going to give her the benefit of that.
the doubt,
She's
yeah,
a
exactly.
slow lover.
Lover.
Eddie, story. What do you make of it?
I think that Olga had said literally everything I have in mind, but more importantly, I think that we need to look at it from another perspective that you've been with someone for 6 years and the person is not available, but also in the 6 years of being with a person, what were your love languages together? And just like you said, were you people that you were attached because of your physical attractiveness, or it was because of maybe the things that he was doing to help you in terms of acts of service or the words of affirmation or whatever it is? So I think that we need to identify what really, what's her name? Okay, she didn't mention her name. What the lady actually represents and what she's looking out for in a man. And clearly from when we continue reading, we realize that it looks like the attraction bit is what she's attracted to.
Yes.
So I'm just wondering where in the story she didn't, because you realize that she didn't talk about how attractive Kwame was.
Yes.
She just said that
she
they've been-
just mentioned. She mentioned him in person.
Yes. So it clearly shows that she's someone who. So I'm wondering, because if she's
I feel
met
like she's
the
the
guy
type of person that likes
physical
face.
or face, yes.
physical.
So I'm trying to imagine how Kwame looks like. So maybe Kwame is dark technically because
Yes, I
Kwame
just
is
know
dark.
Kwame is dark.
Yes.
Because she said he's the only fair guy
among them.
Yeah.
So it means that if any other fair guy had come into the picture,
Kwame would debounce,
Kwame,
right?
exactly. So it means that if she had met any other fair guy before meeting Kwame, she could
It
have
would have
decided.
been a different story.
So it clearly shows that maybe the lady in herself, for the benefit of the doubt, is not clear cut as to what. I mean, yes, we know she likes physical things, but because we don't know so much about Kwame, we also
we are
also
unable to make
to
the
make
comparison.
look like what she represents.
Yes.
Because it's very shallow to assume that because she met
Now
because like
now
you're saying,
I'm curious. She herself, is she fine? Because if you are you didn't mention Kwame. Look at the way you describe Kwame. Oh, Kwame is somebody that has traveled. We have been together for 6 years. But when it came to his friend, see the way you took your time. You are more than God the creator.
I think she's just trying to let us see from her perspective.
She's trying to
how
convince us as to why she should go and do that thing.
Yeah.
We said no.
I think she's looking for justifiable
You know-
reasons
yes.
why
Reasons,
she
yeah.
We
wants to
said
taste.
no.
That she
The
wants to
taste,
taste.
no, you won't taste it. That's how Eve went to taste and put us in trouble. No, you will not get anything to taste today or tomorrow. Pray. If the feelings come on you, but start praising God. My boyfriend, and you're coming to gaslight us by telling us that he
I
almost
think that-
kissed you. You saw the image of Kwame.
I think that
You can say,
let's give the benefit of the doubt.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we even men have that thing where you see a certain lady and from the onset she's just everything you
Yes.
can imagine, and you even start playing things in your mind already. You start drawing things in your mind already. I mean, I'm a guy. I know what I'm saying. So you start drawing things in your mind already. I think that I presume that for you ladies, that is also there. I'm
Not
just saying,
really, oh. Me, if I see somebody, okay, well, everybody's
Olga,
different, Sha.
Yes.
isn't that
Because
there
me,
where
I
you see
don't
someone? No, I'm saying if there's someone, because I believe that.
look. I can like somebody so much, but you will not show up in my dreams like that.
No,
Oh.
I'm saying that, yeah. For me as a guy, sometimes we are attracted to what we see from the onset.
And women, we are not attracted to what we
Are you
see.
sure?
No, no,
There are
no, no,
women.
no,
There should
no,
be
no,
women
no,
like
no.
that who should see.
Me,
So like this.
personally, I need to have a conversation with you. See, your accent does it for me. The
Oh,
kind
okay.
of words you're saying
Your
does
accent,
it for
okay,
me.
your accent,
Yes.
okay.
If you are speaking anyhow, I will talk. Oh. You
No.
finish talking, that's the
No,
end.
but
You
I'm
don't
saying
hear
that
anything from me again.
no, but then yeah,
Uh-huh.
then it clearly shows that you are looking at a different. Then you are one of out of the like many women who want to look at like you want like
I
a
want
guy
the
to be
intelligence
intelligent. Yes,
bit.
but I'm saying that there are
Because
ladies.
I like talking, so when I'm talking, I want you to be able to contribute.
Yeah.
Not just
But
But
I
this is
think
just
Eddie's
you.
point is that, from the onset, the first thing that attracts you to a man would be his physical
first thing
look.
should be-
So the
if-
first thing you see, maybe you see someone passing, oh, this guy
maybe
is
he's
actually
wearing
very
his
handsome.
tie
He's
and-
wearing a very
that should
nice
at least-
shirt, and that's the first thing that attracts you, right?
Yeah, let me ask you
Then
a question.
it
that.
And this time
proceeds to.
I'm not the host, but I'm asking you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, if you see two guys coming,
Uh-huh.
one is properly dressed in a suit and tie,
Yeah.
and one is just wearing rags, quote and unquote. Who are you more likely to talk to and speak to?
See, this is a very tricky question for me.
No, who are you
because
like? Okay.
There is the possibility that I might speak to the person in rags, knowing the kind of person that I am. I grow with meniso. You see, so I'll try to play with the person in the rag because I feel like that's the person that if I take my
can relate
abroad
to.
they will relate. Now, see, go there,
No, I'm
be serious.
Let's even,
What will I
okay,
do?
so let's even forget about suits. The person is wearing like how I'm dressed now.
Yeah.
And I'm with somebody in rags.
Oh, I'm going to talk to you first.
You won't talk to the person in.
I'll talk to you
Me-
first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that the appearance also plays a very important role. So because if your eyes don't see, your mind will. If you don't see, you've not seen the person. How do you even start talking to the person, to get to know the intellectual capacity of the person?
person.
So it also has to do with what we see with our eyes first. So that's why I'm giving the lady the benefit of the doubt. Yes, maybe her rules, she may want a guy who is like that. But to get a guy like that, you need to see the guy physically. She may have an idea of how the ideal man should look like. And so by seeing the guy with the pink lips, of course, maybe yes. And when we were all growing up, we had that issue, Charlie. I mean, we had
I
ladies who
remember
told
when
us
we used
that
to crash on Majid Michel,
exactly
John Dumelo, them,
light-skinned guys and pink
Van
lip guys.
Vicker,
Yeah, and we those black guys like us, we were struggling because Charlie, nobody was.
The PR was so bad
Yes,
for that guy.
exactly. So every dark guy had issues because like self-confidence and anyhow. So it clearly shows that already now there's nothing that the girl had in mind. Like this is a guy she wants to. So every other thing is auxiliary. Every other thing that will follow with the guy is auxiliary. But it has to be the appearance first. If I don't see your appearance and not get attracted to your appearance,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have the feeling or the edge to speak to you and get to know you. If I see Olga dressed like when she walked in here, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, that alone is enough to
Yes.
work my mind and say, okay, speak to her. And I spoke to her and she's very vocal. So
Yes.
that's how it connects.
Okay.
So the appearance
Yeah.
should work. If the appearance
That's-
doesn't
the
work,
appearance there.
if it doesn't work,
You know what? You guys are right. The appearance
If it
does
doesn't
work
work,
a little
then-
bit. In the spirit of appearances, I think I look good, don't I?
You do.
Well, if you don't agree with me, we're going on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk more. back, guys. Let's talk about something that we all want: success. Everybody wants it, everybody dreams of it. We all aspire to succeed and make a mark in life. We push ourselves to excel, enduring challenges along the way just to be successful. Charlie, when work gets tough, and I promise you it will, you will need that extra boost to keep pushing forward. And on those days when you need someone to be there for you, Cowbell Coffee will be by your side. It's a rich, creamy 3-in-1 blend with a great taste and aroma that will kickstart your day. Whether you're working or just creating memories with friends and loved ones, Cowbell Coffee will be there with you every moment. So no matter where you are at, as you chase after those goals, keep Cowbell Coffee close to stay motivated and going. Remember, Cowbell Coffee is with you every moment. Olga, you mentioned that you've been in a long distance relationship
Yeah.
before. Does the physical distance create an emotional gap between couples, especially when you're in a long distance relationship? Like an emotional gap so big, so much so that they would want to, or they would get vulnerable to temptation.
Well, I'll
When you were
speak
in
for
that, that's what I was about to
yes,
say.
I'll speak for myself. I think that it has to do with the availability of both parties. Sometimes, there's this gap. As I said earlier, your love language contributes to that. But if you have a partner who is committed to staying in touch, updating you as to what they are doing, where they are, you also being in that committed relationship, saying that I'm doing, just being present in the relationship, right? I'm not an expert in relationships. I know for a fact that I don't really know much about relationship. I still think I'm young. I'm learning. I'm not married. So all this is based on personal experience. But I think that yes, sometimes there's a gap, there's an emotional gap where you want someone to rely on. But as I said earlier again, you have to ask yourself the right questions. You need to remember that you have a goal for seeing that person, unless you are just doing boyfriend girlfriend. But I don't think that at a certain age you'd want to just be in a relationship for the fun of it.
For the fun of it.
Do you get it? You'd want to be in a relationship with
A goal in
a
mind.
goal. Do you see?
Yeah.
With a goal. So if you are even feeling that sort of
Edge.
edge, and even that gap, I think it's time for you to have an honest conversation with your partner. Babe, I'm going through this at the moment. I miss you very much. This is what I'm feeling. For all you know, he's also feeling that same thing. He's just not saying because maybe you're catchewa, you would think that he's about to cheat on you. But if you are, and one thing I have learned in a relationship is that when you are honest about how you feel, when you are speaking your mind, when you are, letting all out, there's nothing to carry. There's nothing like gap, because everything is on the table. You are an open book. Do you see? So yes, there can be a gap, an emotional gap. But when you are truthful about it, you are speaking to your partner about it, you are being honest with yourself, and not, entertaining some sort of people.
Yeah.
That gap is not even seen. You don't even realize that there's actually a gap.
Entertaining,
So-
no a honey problem.
But I mean, let me just, I don't know if this is a question or, I mean, let's to us. But assuming you are someone who is heavily on physical touch and you are in a long distance relationship.
I feel like most people like that, they barely.
Yes, because and just like you're saying, because let me be honest, I think that it's difficult for people whose love language are mainly physical touch, and if it's both of them ways, and they have physical touch, and they have to let one of them move away or stay, like travel, or in a long distance relationship, I think it becomes difficult for them, and that's why I usually realize that they start asking questions about how to cope and how they can cope. I mean, I can be available if you're a lady and maybe let's say I'm in the States and you are here in Ghana and we have to, maybe you are more into physical touch and we have to cope. apart from video calling and trying to do things on camera, there will still be a gap.
I mean, that one there, it will be there.
Yeah, I'm saying that there will still be a gap, but it will also have to be more than just what we feel. It will move to becoming
I feel like,
something about
yes,
self-control.
sometimes we just center relationships on just the feelings, but it's a lot more than that. And I'm saying this from an experience, right? It could be a personal experience, it could be a friend's experience. Nobody knows. It's an experience that, you know, they usually they have the saying: if he wants to, he will.
Oh, yeah.
If she wants to, she will.
will, yeah.
Your partner can be 5,000 miles
Miles.
away,
But he's
10,000
more
miles
present than
away,
somebody
but
who
they'll
is-
find ways and
Yeah,
means to
yeah.
show up.
Yeah.
See, we had our graduation last weekend, right? And a colleague is dating somebody who is in the States. He sent her flowers. He looked for the link for the
link,
streaming,
yeah.
and then he joined.
Yeah.
And when you go back and you look at the playback, when she was called for it, he kept commenting, "Go you, go this," go. And it was beautiful to see. Do you see? So if the person wanted to, I feel like this girl, the temptation has already entered the chat already.
No,
so now,
I think that maybe she's someone who can't cope with Kwame being away.
now Kwame around Growsing.
No, I'm saying that. So, but you see,
now he's away.
we also don't know what she was doing when Kwame was even in
But
the
this time,
6 years.
Kwame was when Kwame
They
was
could have
she was
broken up
telling
and
Kwame she was a
come
virgin.
back.
No, people like this. I'm sure that when Kwame was saying, she was telling Kwame, no sex before marriage. Now, Kwame has traveled into all of a sudden your sexiness and your
Everything is being exposed now. But
Yes.
well,
You know, I'm trying to play the devil's advocate,
Yeah.
and I'm also trying to
Show
kind of like
empathy.
be in her shoes and understand. But like your boyfriend being away
Yeah.
for a year or
Yeah.
say 6 months
Yeah.
is not enough reason
but
for you.
also there's one thing that I've not realized. So in the story, she didn't talk about her friends.
Yeah,
She didn't talk about people, her support system.
because it looks like she's always hanging out
Yeah.
with the guys.
Yeah, so it clearly shows that sometimes even in our relationships and whatever we have, if we do not have people who are there for us and who tell us what to do and what not to do, then it falls down to our minds and even what we are seeing playing. Because if she had very good friends who were saying, "My sister, step
yes.
away, move away,"
You know,
I
because
think
there's
it
some
would
very
play-
good friends.
Yeah,
They'll be
yeah.
able to tell you, you've been with this person for 6 years.
Why not cry?
You don't know
Kwame's
he's
planning
he's
a surprise
Exactly.
proposal.
But because she's alone, you are hanging out with the same. And the thing is, when you keep yourself in a circle of certain people,
Yeah.
you're born to develop
Yeah.
some
You do certain
relationship
things.
or
Yeah.
feeling
Yeah.
for somebody.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
one day.
So that's the one thing I think I've realized, that because I think that she didn't have a very good support system, she gave in to whatever came her way. And you see, these days, if any of you have gone through, even in our lives where we go through emotional things, sometimes people around you or things you see and read or watch has an influence
on
whatever you. So if she didn't have any support system in terms of whether it's something she's watching, something she's doing, her friends, she's more likely to give in. And see, the story didn't continue, but I can tell you that if maybe by now, if she's still there, she may have given in by now.
Oh. By the time our advice will get to her ears, then
She's giving in by
But
now.
same with
And you see, and I'm not to cut short.
Yeah.
I think that the guy also,
he's the problem.
the guy also
Because how
wanted.
can you do this to your friend?
Yes, you see, the
But
guy
you
approached.
coming in for a kiss
Yes.
at the gym. You know, if you call it to your house, or gym, you're doing in front of everybody.
Yo,
Talking about the support system bit, I think that someone could have a support system, but they know what they want. They know what they
This,
want to do.
There are certain
So-
people you don't advise them. Because if you
Exactly.
advise them, they'll come with tell, no monkey can separate us. I don't want to
Exactly.
be the monkey in somebody's story.
So, irrespective of the support system they may have,
They will still go ahead
they'll
and do
still
whatever.
do what they want to do. In the story, I'm just saying it from the story. She
Yeah.
didn't mention any friend. She didn't mention her parents. She didn't nobody. It's just between the people who mattered to her in the whole message were Kwame,
And the two friends.
Isaac, and is it Kojo? The third guy. The third
yeah,
guy
Kojo,
who is just, we don't know why Kojo came into the picture, but there might be a certain
so there are
link,
two friends.
but-
There are two friends
That
that were
Kwame-
friends with
Kwame
Kwame.
that
They went to the
introduced-
same school. They
Yeah,
live in the
yeah.
same.
they
grew up
So
together.
she's giving us the context.
Yeah.
But my question, my thought is that I mean, her main focus was Isaac and and Kwame.
Yeah.
So that third guy coming into the picture, I don't know why.
She's trying to soften the thing. She's trying to soften
No, but
the
I'm
story.
sure that if Kojo, whoever, was also light-skinned,
Anka.
she may have mentioned, because he said that among the two, it was Isaac that she just saw, and that was
And
it.
she even gave us backstory that when they, even before Kwame proposed, her eyes was entering Isaac already, but none of them made a move.
I missed that part.
None of them made a
So
move.
it looks like,
so that was
I mean,
when,
so I think that she had to settle for Kwame because
that's what
of
I'm saying.
of
That
something.
it's because she was waiting for Isaac to make a move, because she wasn't going to make the move herself. Unfortunately, before Isaac can even think of
about the move, Kwame had done it.
come.
Already.
So that's why I'm saying that she
found
probably
it sad.
stuck with Kwame because Kwame made the move, and maybe probably she was
And
in
I
the
also feel like
elements.
one of the reasons why she even agreed to Kwame was because she knew that if she agrees to Kwame, she'll still be able to see Isaac. I swear. I'm having that thought in my
this
head.
is dicey.
Because
This is
she
dicey.
knows that if she's with Kwame, the friends are bound to, because if they are working together,
No, but
He's going
but,
to-
no,
Isn't that
but
a
yeah,
very dangerous
that's dangerous.
move?
Then I would prefer to be single, and try and hop, go and catch my feelings and
but
go.
right now she didn't shoot her shots.
No, but I'm saying that
She was waiting for Isaac to shoot his shots.
no. So maybe she was just being the lady, just trying to ensure that.
No, me, see, let me tell you people something. At this juncture in time, I've learned that sometimes don't wait to shoot your shot too. If you can just shoot your shot, if they bounce, you collect it quietly and go. But if you wait, now the person has gone together and say, hey, your girlfriend will beat me. Oh, hey, I don't want your girlfriend to come.
So
Why
then-
can't you be that girlfriend?
Fine. But finding out then it also means that Isaac also, because you realize that Isaac made an approach to kiss her. So what means that Isaac may have also had intentions somewhere crawling in his mind.
I honestly think that he might have had feelings for her. He just stepped away because he knew his friend had gone to, his friend was with the girl. But now that the friend is no longer there, he's seeing it as an opportunity to do. And I can bet you with every last kobo in my account that if Isaac hits, that will be it.
That'll be the end of everything.
He will not pursue it further.
Yeah. He'll just add it up.
Everything she's saying is like a dream.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
thinking that even if I leave Kwame Krabi, Isaac is there, it will shock her.
I think that the problem is that she's looking for.
No, go ahead.
I think that the problem is she's looking for instant gratification.
But that thing has
Yes.
consequences.
So the ripple effect is that after Isaac just does what he wants to do, Isaac can't even go around and say, "Oh, Charlie, I
So your
clear
girl cry, clear.
I clear am." And that's the problem.
And are you not afraid that if you do something with Isaac, he will go and tell Kwame? Because if there are three very close friends that grew up together, live in the
Went to
same
school
neighborhood,
together.
you don't think
Yeah.
what if
Unless
see
Isaac
eh,
wants to get back at Kwame.
If something like this happens, I start to think that maybe you guys went to sit
They've planned
and you are
something.
trying to tempt me
Yeah,
to see if
yeah,
it will
yeah,
work.
yeah,
If
yeah.
it work, you will leave me.
Yeah.
So simple and short, I will not agree.
Because
to
I mean,
anybody.
there's always bro code.
Right?
Yeah.
Because
There's always the
boys
bro
will tell
code that
you bros before. So
That's weird,
Charlie,
yeah.
You see, you keep saying what I keep thinking about. You said something. A bird in hand is worth than two in the
in the
bush.
yes.
She's just looking for the one far away from her. Meanwhile, she has something in hand.
Yeah.
Do you see? Instead of her focusing on Kwame, you know, as I said earlier again, telling her what's going on in her bones, lasting over whatever
Tell
and
him
whoever.
some, maybe you people can
Right?
do on the
And-
phone something. Something, anything at all. Because at the end of the day, it's the gratification, the sexual.
Yeah.
That my director call it ingere. You are looking for that
Which
thing.
director?
I go.
Not Gabby.
Yeah,
Okay.
Right.
You see, like you're just looking for, and those type of things. Under 15 minutes, then you are done.
15 minutes was said also.
And
You see,
oh,
that
you
brings
are-
me back to the
15 minutes
last
does
thing. She's just lasting over the guy. So I think that she has no basis to say that Kwame is not her spec. I've been listening to you guys. I think that if you ask me, she agreed to be with Kwame, irrespective of
Yes.
how he
Uh-huh.
looked. Irrespective
made
of
that
Maybe
choice.
Kwame is rich.
exactly.
Or
Sorry?
Kwame has some. Maybe Kwame is rich.
Rich,
Has some
oh.
grounding. So maybe she was looking at the fact that yes, because and when I said that they've been through a lot together, And he's
a lot. He says, "I'm going to share a lot here, a lot here, a lot." Because maybe she went to meet Isaac in the morning, and they were all hanging out. And you see that thing, you can like somebody, but maybe you like another person. Then when you see the person that you are crashing on, when you see your boyfriend, you're angry.
Wait, I just you said something. Can you like two people at the same time?
It's very possible. It's just that
Can you like two people at the same
the
time?
rates will be one will be higher than
No,
the
then
other.
maybe unless you don't like one person. 'Cause I think maybe you are attracted to one person, but you don't like the person.
See, you can be attracted to one person and you can like somebody.
No,
At the
but
same time.
attraction will mean that you want to just have something physical to do with the person.
That is why, that's what it comes into. But at the end of the day, you like both of them. It's just that you like both of them for different reasons.
No, so then the attraction is not the likeness.
See, the last time we cheated a story, right? About a girl that has a boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. And then she likes another person. I don't know if she had sex with the person or something to that effect. She likes the boyfriend, no? But the tingling feelings, no, that she gets
then-
from the new person, no, that's all.
No,
That's
then
the
maybe the new person is doing something that maybe the guy.
So tell your boyfriend, tell him to do the same
Yeah,
thing.
but no, but because I'm asking this because, like, then it brings back to the question that can you like two people at the same time?
I think it's possible.
It's
People
possible,
like
though.
two people at the same time. It hasn't happened to me
possible.
before, but I know people who have.
Look, there was a story we treated weeks
2
ago.
2 weeks ago or so.
And then one lady said she and her partner has been together for 5 years, and now it feels like the connection,
Like-
as a doom, a jane
Jane
doom,
doom.
kakrebi.
To spice
So
it
she
up.
wanted to find another person to spice it up.
Hey.
Now she went to have sex with the person, and now she's developing feelings for
that
the other
person.
person. She doesn't want her boyfriend to go, but she also doesn't want the new person to also go.
be.
Tiwei, what do you know? We are there.
She likes each person for something.
For something,
Yeah.
you know.
Maybe she enjoys the other guy's company.
Maybe she enjoys the conversation, the other
Yeah.
person to she
Enjoys something
You
like that,
understand?
uh-huh.
No,
so-
then you see, then ladies, then it brings back a certain problem that we need to address here. That
Uh-huh.
if you are with Kofi because Kofi provides your needs, and you are with Kwame because Kwame does something unique and makes you feel, then what it means that then you can't settle for one because
though people like
No,
that,
because
they
the-
know how to keep the two people.
no, then you can't marry any of them,
No,
or you can't marry
no,
one and leave one.
That's why there's
you
something
marry
called
and cheat.
compromise.
See,
there's
you
something
shouldn't
called
justify your glitching at the end of the day.
No, there's something called compromise, something called making a choice too, right?
but it's
hear
Olga.
me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. So,
Okay.
example, let's assume you Tabitha myself, Bita myself, and let's say she's gorgeous, she's very intelligent, she's
Well, she is actually.
she's and all that, right? And on the other hand, me, I am say very submissive. She talks back, right? She talks back. And then on the other hand, I'm submissive.
Say, "Oh, yes,
I'm everything.
please."
Yes, please. Oh, yes, please. I don't give you a hard time.
Okay.
I'm all lovey-dovey. Whenever, oh, have you eaten? I'll make something for you before you return, right? So you like to show her off. You like to go out with her because everybody's like, oh, she's the one. You get it. And on the other hand, when you are with her in the room, you are hungry. So you are thinking that, me no Olga kwa wa wa, kasa ebrebe didi, I'm happy. But at the end of the day, you have to think, where will I end?
Okay.
Right? You have to think, who would best take care of my children? Who do I want my children to learn from? Do you get it? You'd have to make that choice.
Yeah.
Right? And you also have to fill that gap that is missing. Example, if you're going for Tabitha, you have to have an honest conversation with her. I keep calling you Tabitha. I don't know why.
It's fine. That one it is kukwam.
Yeah, me too.
It's fine.
You have to have the, if you're going for you have to make that you need to have that conversation with her. Yeah, I love you. You are this, you are that. But this is what I require. This is what I need from you. Then you can agree. Okay, well, I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to do that. I'm not going to do this. Is a deal breaker for me. If she's not the one you're going for Olga. Olga, I think you are a very nice woman, no, but I can't show you to my friends because you don't dress properly. You don't talk properly. You are, then Olga will say, okay, no, maybe if you're lucky, Olga will say, oh, I'm willing to learn. I'll do that. I'll learn and then be that perfect woman for you. She'll also let you know what you are missing, what she's not finding from you, right? Yeah. Or if you're lucky, Olga will say, okay, no, I'm not willing to change. And she will leave you. So then you can be with, if that's what you require. Do you get it? Yeah. So at the end of the day, all I'm saying is that never never ever take communication out of your relationship. Be brutally honest. What do you need?
Okay.
I need A, B, C, D.
Okay.
If you add this and this is a plus, I'll be very happy. I mean, I'm asking for this and that, but if you're giving me more, then that's okay.
Okay, but okay,
right?
so that's why I'm making a point that as a guy, maybe you have something doing, you meet this lady, and from the onset, the lady has everything that you admire or you want. But with time, you get to know her, you communicate and all that. She may not meet certain criteria that you have set. What it means is that stay with her. You either compromise to stay with her or you leave her and move away. But when the point comes where you are keeping her, then you're going for another lady to satisfy what you don't have in. Let's say then that's the problem. So that's what I'm saying. That's the problem, because if maybe let me just use names. If let's say Ajwa is there and I like Ajwa because Ajwa cooks for me, she's that's blah 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 blah. Then there's one thing that Ajwa doesn't do well, and I meet and does that thing very well. What it means is that indirectly I am playing and Ajwa, but I'm not allowing, because I need to be with you and not be with. That's why people even end up. I think people cheat in relationships because if I'm with you and I'm married to you, and let's say we've been communicating, we talk, and maybe it gets to a point where I feel that some things, because like we say, you may not show everything in a relationship, and even in marriage, when you're married, there's some things that you may do that I may not like, because you won't know everybody.
You can never fully know someone.
So Olga, if I meet you, I can never know you throughout when I'm dating you.
Yeah.
Even when we get married, I may not necessarily know every single thing about you. With time, I'll get to know.
Yeah, I agree.
And with time, I'll get to understand you better.
Yeah.
But in the situation where there's some things that you lack, I can't go and say that, okay, because I've married you and now you said you won't do A, B, C, D. So I should go and look for another lady to support and do the things that you're not doing. That's the problem.
Then of course, that's
when the cheating comes in. Because then Olga says that she won't let me do maybe some styles I want to do. I'm just saying. Or so then maybe I'm going to look for Ajwa who can do the styles that Olga says she won't let me do. Then that's where the cheating comes in. You get it? So then that's why Olga needs to compromise for me in the relationship. Do you get it? So that's
why does it have to be Olga compromising or not you compromising?
No, I'm saying that I'm compromising by the fact that by being with you is a compromise. So you also need to compromise and learn what will help me.
So wait, though, I want to ask a question. She said some style then I'll pay kangaroo, I love a spider woman, and I said
let's ask the married man. Ike is married.
I said it's kangaroo style.
But like I'm saying, Olga, no, but the question Olga is very critical. I'm saying that I've compromised by being with you.
Yeah.
The compromise will be that some things that maybe I may want, you may have to do for me.
Yeah.
And the fact that when you don't do those things, that's when certain guys, even though out of respect I won't do that, but certain guys will start looking elsewhere because they don't satisfy.
One thing.
Yes.
A lot of people are with women that have everything, but they're not
small.
very respectful.
Exactly.
So when they find a girl that is like,
submissive,
yes, please, then they start wandering towards that direction.
So that's why they say people who are married men who go to offices where they see young girls, and the young girls are, daddy, yes sir.
Yes, daddy.
Then they tend to be attracted to the young girls.
So they might not entirely love them,
yes,
but they're just attracted to that thing.
That's
we
respect.
carried this story to our court of public opinion. This is what they had to say.
In today's story, this lady is faced with a dilemma where she's crushing on her boyfriend's best friend. Her boyfriend isn't in the country. He's out abroad studying, but then she finds herself crushing on his best friend. What do you think she should do in such a situation?
Okay. Let's just say, me no nante kobani ni anu madam for open because of ebia ne kakra and I say me guy no any around. Enti ma o pese o be ho no. Me cry na me te cry nka enye me de because and I even cry me take cry na wo get no cry na I will just pull you out. Me jama wako akodi na one nko to aso ebia ono na ope no ebia me ne wo ni akra ebia na ompe me ebia na madam fo no na we interested e wo no mu nti wo ne nko nante
ne boyfriend no abroach ni de ne decision man no ankasa say either say obo continue that relationship anaasɛ ɔbɛgyaa saa boyfriend na ɔne n'adamfo no ayɛ dɛ atena nti decision ma ɔno anankasa so ɔhwɛ sɛ bɛrima no ɛmboa no a deɛ ɔwɔ outside no ɔntumi control the feelings and then she forget that guy and then concentrate on the other guy. So the decision belong to him. Belong to her. So says or per se or chain bema no so dia and on chain. Or anytime or baba be as 1,000 years no over. No worry.
Untum wale oba na unjan into na unko shabruchi. Unimi so oba so or feeling. Or your bar or no season so. Na wodi na wia wodi na ko se uhia bibia ko madam fo yi ho. Na onkoje. Say yen ne sa. Oba no so no oyobi a watenka wo abrochi we untumi ka say so many years no unni oba bia ndeti wo ho. Nti say oba no hia wodi a say otumi ye de put effort bi a wo ma oba no bedi uncha ada say obaba obaba be hu no. Nti say waje oba na to na wo ko say wodi oba na hye wadam fo ni sa no. Oba no say say wabepo adamfo na asema obetuma jaw life amount na wa ne wadamfo na atena because already wo de na hye sa also ne feelings wo sisi no so nti guy no so on free guy no so free guy no ne still guy ne say onya mba idea and two guy na dream no on ne adamfo no on ne trouble.
Just like our the people in the public, we are also faced with this dilemma. This issue, dear, I don't know. I don't like people who cheat, so that's why it's like I'm attacking. It's not like I'm attacking you. I don't like people who even harbor the thoughts of cheating. Because if you're going to think of cheating, then don't be in a relationship. Just go for the person you're going to cheat with in the first place. Yesterday, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and then she said she was going for a job interview. So her CV is rich, amazing. She has tons of experiences. So I was like, oh, you go and let me know what happens. As at 2 p.m., I had not heard from her. So I figured, oh, maybe it's one of those interviews that you go first one, then you come and sit down, then you go the second one. Then it was around like 4, and then she told me that she was going home. Which was strange because I was expecting her to tell me what had gone on. Because the way she was just like, I'm going home. I'll let you know when I'm home. Maybe it's not my business. So you let me relax. Maybe when she gets home, she'll let me know. Only for her to get home and then tell me that they actually had a 2-part interview. The first one, she passed with flying colors. But the second one, she had to meet somebody one-on-one. He went through her CV. He said, oh, amazing. She even showed him, because the places she had worked with, they have social media presence. So fortunately, she's on some of their videos and their reels. She showed him. He said, oh, amazing. She looks like a hard worker. That was the point where she knew that this thing was going to go somewhere else. The moment they are commenting on your hard work, they'll put the hard work into another use. Then he started to touch her inappropriately. Ooh. Yeah. And he's a man with a ring on his finger. And I always feel bad for the wives of people like that, because your wife might be home
praying for you.
Praying and so proudly telling people, bragging about the kind of husband she has, only for you to be in the office and you're touching small 20, 25 and 26-year-olds. What is doing you? If you know you cheat, don't even start. Don't marry. Then be like, what? Marry when you're 70 or 80 years. Yes. Let us know that you are the aquakora ringer. You dear. You not married. You not give birth, and you are just there. And people like that, let his son come and tell you that his girlfriend is misbehaving. Come and see the way he will be shaking his body. Like tsunami has happened in his brain. Please. Cheating there's nothing amazing about cheating. It's something that when people do, they instantly regret.
Yes. Yeah.
Tabitha, before we went,
and it's a lot of work. Oh, it's a hide and seek. Somebody's coming and you are doing your phone like this. Oh.
Before we went on the break, before we went to the viewers' views. Is it a viewer's view or like the public's public opinion? You mentioned something that someone would have a beautiful wife at home and his wife is on top, and then when he gets to work, he gets to experience people who bow down to him and all that. I think that such people have an idea of who they want, right? So they sort of tend to lean to the idea. They like the idea of that person, so they don't know you. But because what they say, you can bend one,
But
two,
listen, that
three
person is
times.
even worse than your
right?
wife. You don't know. It's because they're at work.
You see,
so they are
you
doing
see?
yes, massa.
Exactly. So that
Kids.
idea, feeding that idea, feeding, and you know what you feed in your mind actually magnifies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you feed grows, and what you focus on really magnifies. So, in my sister's case, let's name her what Ajwa. Ajwa, I'm so sorry. Any Ajwa, this is not for you. It's just So, example Ajwa for let's use Ajwa. Say Ajwa. In her case, she's been creating, fantasizing about Kwame. Kwame is sexy. Kwame has six packs. Kwame has pink lips, and she's feeding that idea. Keeps feeding the idea, and it keeps growing. Right? Example. Let me give an example. If you have two cats, no, even two plants, and then you keep giving one
Water.
putting it in the sun, feeding it, giving it water and co, and then the
Yeah.
other one is just
Just
in the
in the
dark,
room.
doing nothing.
It would
Which
die.
one? Exactly. The other one would grow because you are feeding it, giving it the right conditions. So in Adre's case, she's feeding the thoughts, promoting the idea of
The idea
of Isaac.
Of Isaac. Oh, same
Do you see? So she really needs to. I know we are not. I don't know the next question,
we're
but
not
I think I'm
perfect.
just going to say that anyway. She needs to check that. She needs to.
I like that
find-
you're mentioning that. So hold on with that thought. We've got to do my favorite part of the show, my favorite segment, Look Into My Eyes.
Right.
Olga, you are new, so I'm going to tell you what Look Into My Eyes is
Hey.
about. So look into my eyes. We're going to look directly at your camera.
Right.
And you see that advice we're about to give? Me who didn't come from friend no. Sadro stay queue, stay few. She can't
Yamana
be there,
Dennis.
yeah. Yamana
Yamana
Dennis
Dennis.
on. So you're going to give our
Dennis.
writer, yes, Bennis, your advice. So you may take us away.
Venice, I'm not judging you. I can understand how you feel,
Yeah.
right? But I think that you are just infatuated about the person. You are feeding the idea of that guy. So one, you need to check that. Find a hobby. Find something to keep you busy, right? Find something. Keep yourself busy. See if you're a busy woman, all these love stories will not come into your mind. Find a hobby. That's first of all. Secondly, be honest with your partner. Tell him, babe, ABCD is happening to me. Oh. And also note that a man who can break bro code is a very dangerous man.
And no,
Because every man is so very, protective of their brothers.
Yeah.
So if he's willing to put the bro code aside and do that link thing with you, you need to be very, 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 very careful. Also, remember that you are in the relationship because you have a goal. Maybe to end up in marriage, right? You want to marry this person. So you need to always remember that this is why I'm dating Kwame. Is it Kwame? Yeah, Kwame.
Yeah,
This is
Kwame.
why I'm dating Kwame. Stay focused on Kwame. As he mentioned earlier, find a support system. Talk to friends, good friends. Talk to your mother, right? And also pray. I have grown to know that prayer solves everything.
Yeah.
And don't just pray. Pray, meditate, and listen for feedback.
Listen like
Don't just
Abraham
pray, yes.
and Sarah.
Don't
and
just pray and
the
say,
rest.
I've
Abraham,
prayed, so
Sarah.
God will listen to my prayer. You pray, and then you lie down and wait for God to respond.
Let God respond. Open your ears well, oh. When God is speaking, open your ears well. Eddie.
I think that Olga has literally said everything, but I just want to add that. So, Venice, you said the devil finds work for what?
Idle hands.
So if you are not doing anything productive, I think that you need to find something productive to do, because sometimes, as human as we are, when, like you said, when you are idle doing nothing, you don't have goals to achieve, everything that comes your way, you are like wind. It just blows you into any direction that you want. And so if you find something to do with your life that is productive, it will help you to become a better person. Like she also said, I think that you need to speak to Kwame. You don't even have to go and report Isaac to Kwame, but just speak to Kwame and look at how you can improve upon your relationship more, so that you people will still grow and build upon the love that already exists. Because being with someone for 6 years is not an easy journey. But at 6 years, it means that you should be preparing for marriage by this point in your life. So just hold on, keep praying for Kwame to come back, to have more financial freedom, to come and even propose to you and take you to the next step, because that's what will help the relationship. And forget about Isaac for now, if possible. Flee from Isaac if you can, because Isaac will bring you nothing but trouble, trouble, trouble.
Before you run, I think I have just one more thing to say.
Yeah.
If you think you are settling for Kwame, let him be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave him,
Yeah.
please. Leave
Do
him
not
be.
settle.
Yeah.
If you
said
think
that's
that,
the person you
yes,
spend the rest of your
life
life with,
with.
oh, so don't do any settling. But guys, all too soon we have come to the end of today's show. But before I go, Telecel says switch to Telecel fixed broadband today and experience incredible bonuses, non-expiry bundles, data transfers across devices, and lots more. New customers get 50% bonus in bonus data in addition to other mind-blowing offers, and existing customers receive 300% bonus data on every broadband renewal to keep browsing. To subscribe to Telecel Fixed Broadband for these amazing offers, simply dial *900# or use the Telecel Play app. You can even visit a Telecel retail outlet or visit their website www.telecel.com.gh and get connected today. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Telecel, connecting energies. Guys, thank you so much for coming. Olga, thank you so much for coming. Eddie, Abi, you understand the work day continues. It continues
Constant
every
is coming
day.
again.
Yes, Constant is coming again. So thank you so much for coming. I want to say a big thank you to all of our sponsors: Telecel Ghana, Nax Calabash and Cocktail, Betway, Cowbell Coffee. To our crew backstage, we say thank you. Like I tell you every other week, you are the reason. You are the ones that make this show work. So thank you. My name is Yavita. I'll see you same time next week. Bye.